Peter, a good, comfortable win to start off. Are you happy with tonight's performance?
Yeah, really happy. Obviously, get a win, score 4 goals. There's just it's tainted with a couple of little injuries, which managers go on about all the time, because these games, the cup games at the start, when you're just putting that squad together or trying to keep everybody right, it takes its toll. And we just have to see how everybody recovers. But yes, 4-0 at home, don't concede. Reese Lion getting a couple of goals, having to play in a different position for us. Outstanding. Curtis Guthrie getting his first goal for the club in a competitive game. Delighted for that. And then with Mikey Hewitt obviously stepping up and doing what he does with us, overlapping and his work rate. Really good. But on the other side of that, Edinburgh came here today, passed and rotated really well. Michael McIndoe tries to get them to play good football. Didn't create too many chances, but posed a couple of little problems, which was good for our lads to try and work out. And on the other side of that, our second half performance with our forward going players and midfielders, and even our centre backs joining in with the attack and the assists, plenty of pleasing things.
Obviously, first competitive game, so different test completely from pre-season matches.
It is, and as I said, we've in the pre-season games already we've faced different formations, different challenges, different levels, and then faced Edinburgh City tonight. That was the way they try and play and rotate their players. Posed the players a couple of issues, but with talking and organising and the work rate from the players, we seen that through. It got a little bit open near the end of the second half, I think, because we were so dominant, and the Edinburgh started cheating, shall we say, a little bit, and get some gaps started to open up. But I think we had 20 odd shots on goal or towards goal, loads of chances. Really, really good performance.
A really pleasing night for you.
Apart from those 2 injuries, yes.
All those injuries, Curtis Guthrie, head knock, and Jack Hanna.
Yeah, Curtis was one. He was. I think he was. They found it really difficult to deal with Curtis in the air, and his stature. But he got a really bad knock in the back, like whiplash of his neck. He had to come off at half time, and we made a tactical change which worked really well. But Jack Hanna as well runs back, makes an unbelievable slide tackle, gets us out of a little bit of a sticky situation. But I think as he's made the slide tackle and won the ball, their player stood on his hand, and that player then rolled his ankle, but Jack Hanna's hands blew up really bad on first sight of it. We feared the worst, but after the doctors assessed him and Tammy the physio, it looks like it's probably just burst a vessel and swollen up. Hopefully he's okay, but we're going to have to get it checked just in case.
That's what you feared, wasn't it, for these Tuesday, Saturday, was the number of games in short space of time and trying to keep everybody fit?
Yeah, these managers say it every season, especially like in the League 1, League 2, that with a smaller squad, the games come really quick in pre-season. Probably 4 weeks into pre-season, and then we're playing Tuesday, Saturday. And then when we look at the opposition, so we'll play Ross County on Saturday, and they won't have played for a week. The next team that we play, they don't play for a week, and then the team after that, they don't play for a week. So they manage to get their rest, whereas it takes a little time. I'm not crying, it's just a fact. But we want to try and manage our players and keep everybody fit. But tonight we've got 2 injuries from contact, and the Curtis Guthrie one I thought should have been, a free kick and dealt better with by the ref, but it wouldn't have changed what happened to him, and he's had to come off at half time.
You talked there as well about Reese Lion. The versatility of the guy is just something else, isn't it? Yeah,
I was standing here last season when we had a little bit of an injury crisis in the defence. Reese stepped back into centre back and looked like he played there his whole career and was exceptional. We moved him then to right back near the end of the season, and he played there and did really well. And then today I asked him to play up front. Reese he just loves playing football, and was delighted he scored within the first 4 or 5 minutes, and then scores another one, has another couple of chances.
His first one was 29 seconds into the second.
Was that how quick it was?
Yeah.
Wow, do him an injustice. He did very well, so he took my direction very well. But no, he's a great footballer. But I think the fact that we have the likes of Liam, Kai, Benji, Stotty, Ben Johnson around them, like good footballers that can pass the ball and enjoy the way we play and, you know, bounce it. And Reese likes playing football, and he likes to get involved in things. And then when he went up front, I think the crowd were delighted with a couple of little tricks he did and stuff. So it certainly put an extra idea in my head. So we'll see.
Those 2 goals actually so quickly in the second half just kind of settled things down, and
I think it did, but it settled things down. But we also then started to showboat a little bit, and that's why we were a little bit open. But as I said, I thought Edinburgh tired because they were chasing shadows against us. But on the other side of that, then because we were showboating and taking more chances going forward, because we were 3-0 up at that point, we could have managed it a little bit better. But I can't argue if I could be picky, but I can't argue with 4-0 on the night, and it could have been a lot more.
Ross County next. What are you expecting from them?
I'm expecting a really tough game because they will have a reaction from going to Stranraer and probably not doing themselves justice. And again, they've had the week to prepare. They'll probably had people here tonight, and I'm expecting a really tough game, so we need to recover and give our best and show what we could do as well in that game.
But a different test again, so different for you to see again how the players react.
Yeah, but it's going to be a very physically demanding game, and that's what we need to probably focus on at this moment in time, is the demand on the players physically and how we help them to recover and give ourselves the best chance to be able to perform at a very good level come Saturday, because I have no doubt that Ross County will come and want to prove last Saturday was not their best performance.